What's up, everybody? We are back after
God knows how
hellacious
long of me
time.
working X amount of days in a row and many weekends, because God hates me.
Yeah, but I thought it was part time though.
It is part-time. It's part-time weekends, because I work full-time Monday through Friday at a new job.
So you have two jobs.
Yeah, I have two, one full-time, one part-time. So.
On your grind, man. Just saving up for something, or
Well, it's like the full-time job pays for like bills and goes into savings and stuff like that, and then the part-time Verizon job, because everyone knows I work that, is like my spending pocket money for just random shit, so I don't feel bad.
okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. And I'm like staying there. I'm basically staying at the Verizon job until I get my text or my email about them being like, renew your Salesmaker for another year, so you get half off your lines. I'm gonna do that. Work like another month because they have to validate it for like 30 days, and I'm gonna be like, peace.
All right.
So
Okay. Cool. It's about that time. I know yearly we do, like on our kind of anniversary, we do a list of our,
yeah, our new favorite top tens, which didn't really change a whole lot from the first time we did it last year or whatever. But
Yeah.
to be fair, most hentai turns out is kind of garbage.
Yeah. And because of this, we're going to kind of change it up. This time we're going to do a tier list. Once I'm done, I'm going to save it, and then it'll be on Tiermaker.
Yeah, Tiermaker link or something under. We'll find a way to share it with people.
Yeah. So this one, we're going to do Bunny Walker.
You know them, you love them. You've seen the animation. You've seen some of their other animations.
Right. I know, but for some, I talked to Matt about this. Some of the Bunny Walker is kind of.
Yeah,
There's
so
a lot you want.
Yeah, so basically, anyone who doesn't know, Bunny Walker is actually a relatively big studio in terms of hentai. So what they do is they produce and they also they publish basically. So they'll rent out their studio under like different names. Another one that most people know is like Loom Studios or something like that. There's like another one that I think, T-Rex every now and then uses Bunny Walker's resources. So we only included some of like Looms that most people, I believe, would be like, oh, that's a Bunny Walker thing. Not all of Looms, just because there's still quite a bit with that. And then we didn't do like any T-Rex, because this would be a massive fucking tier list if we did that.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically everything's going to get ranked anywhere from S tier to F tier. And we'll just quick chat about them, why we believe that they should go where they go. I made a separate one for this just to help my brain with discussions and kind of like keep track of everything. Hopefully, ultimately, the two of us can come to a consensus on where we believe they should be. But otherwise, as far as the show's tier list, that might end up being just Jared's. It might end up being both our opinions. But then I'll also state my opinion on where I think they fall as well. So that's how we're gonna do it.
Before we go into that, I like to do a One Piece. What did I say? One Piece.
One Piece read or One Piece new update or something like that.
Or whatever. Yeah. Because live action is going to be dropping. What's today? Tomorrow?
Yeah, we're recording on the 27th. I think it comes out the 28th. Don't think I've heard anything of it being pushed.
No.
God, the internet's going to be on fire.
Yeah. So
one way or the other, the internet's going to burn for that day. So.
Yes. So since our last recording of this, I guess Oda stamped it.
Yep. It's got Oda's approval. I don't. Someone can correct me, but rumor has it he's actually been slightly offhand in terms of anime stuff for a little while. I don't know if that's in relation to doing like a little bit of overseeing of the live action or whatever. But I know that Oda is famously working himself to death because he oversees heavily the anime production and the manga production, obviously. So I wonder how much time he's took out of his schedule to like actually go over the live action stuff and approve it.
I wonder how much. I wonder if he saw the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know if the stamp of approval. Yeah, I don't know if he like saw like the trailer that we all saw and was like, yeah, go for it. Or like, did he see? Or did he see some like behind the scenes stuff a little bit long? We don't know. But I'm not gonna put much stock into it because the creator of Cowboy Bebop saw the live action Cowboy Bebop and was like, let's go. So, but we've said our fucking piece on the live action Cowboy Bebop plenty of times. So.
Yeah. Second one, everybody's freaking out about the Denden Mushu correspondent snails. How creepy they look. I'm like, come on.
They've looked creepy forever.
They're snails in live action. What
do you want? What do you want?
This is literally the same concept of Lion King.
God, I hated that live action.
I didn't even bother watching.
It's garbage. It is fucking garbage.
I'll see the prequel.
Oh, with like Mufasa and Scar or whatever the fuck the prequel is supposed to be. I don't even know.
The Lion, I'll see that. But I mean, come on, guys, it's a fucking snail.
I don't know what you people are expecting. Honestly, there's worse CGI out there in the world. Let's calm the fuck down. It's not that bad.
Another thing people need to calm the fuck down is Gear 5. I'm looking at you, RDC World. I love you guys so much.
God, RDC World. God,
oh my god.
I'm not subscribed to them, but as soon as like the Gear 5 shit started, my like #1 recommended video that would appear on my feed for like 3 weeks was RDC World's like Gear 5 video, and I'm like, YouTube, I don't fucking care.
So, the Anime House OVA of that, I'm like, okay, I knew Gear 5 longer than you guys because you guys I'm pretty sure they only watch the anime version.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they only do.
The powers they made him have during the OVA, I mean, it's hilarious in general, but I'm like, okay, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah. And
I watched the anime where it was, holy shit, it was just straight out of Looney Tunes, man.
Yeah, I think someone actually did a very good comparison. It's very similar to like The Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, like levels of cartooniness and like violence and whatever, and or like the rules, I guess, like where there's no rules, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess, but like
that episode was
I don't know. I haven't really, like I said, I haven't fully invested or committed into like the One Piece stuff yet in my life. I
mean, I don't watch the anime because there's so much filler, but that whole episode in itself was just replaying the same scene over and over again throughout the whole episode. I'm like,
so
jeez. But anyway,
that's just the One Piece rant that we seem to always go on because One Piece is huge, so we can't fault this. So.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to this tier maker.
All right, what are we starting with?
So are you gonna? Well, I'm gonna just kind of go in order.
Cool. Just the photos there.
Yeah, left to right.
Gotcha.
So the first one is Baka
de Kedo, I think is. I put it in C tier.
Hold on, let me jump over.
Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, this is the one where the girl's failing. She gets the tutor. The tutor is like the gross nerd, and she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend sucks," and blah blah blah. But you're super nice to me, and you helped me pass my class. Let's like not bang, but like also let's bang. And then she does the banging, and it's just like it's whatever.
Yeah, like you said, she's failing his class. The way she makes up for helping her is pretty much episode 1 up until the last,
last 2 minutes or something like that.
Then they actually have sex, but most of it's pretty much,
it's a lot of
blowjobs.
Yeah, blowjobs by Zuri. She like lets her like grind on her or whatever, but.
Yeah, I would say C.
Yeah, I put it in C. It's one of those typical fat, quote-unquote, gross otaku. He's actually like a pretty normal-looking, just large guy. But, he's got the fat cock. She's like, oh, my gosh, you're much better than my boyfriend. Who would have known? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? It's a solid C because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not, super trashy or anything like that. It's just fine. It just... Tale as old as time. Gal meets nerd. Nerd's got big dick. Gal is like, oh man. So yeah, I threw that into C tier. It's pretty unimpressive.
Yeah, I would say C. Next one is, now this is actually part of a series. Now I only seen this one in particular. It's Chi-chan, Katashi Nikki.
I was gonna say, I think that's the one that has like 4 or something with it. Hold on, let me look it up.
It should be 2 episodes long.
2 episodes. Okay, I'll just double check.
The longer one is the one I should have seen.
Yeah,
I think that one's the better of them all.
I think I have both on here. Yeah. Oh no, this one I put this in F tier.
F.
Yep, I put this in F tier.
Really?
Yep. Anything involving like young girls and then their uncles being like, "Ha, you soiled yourself, therefore you're attractive, and I'm gonna dominate you." I'm not into any of that. Uncle thing, whatever. I've seen it before. I've dealt with it. Not the end of the world. Anytime there's any kind of piss or shit involved, automatic F tier. I'm not.
Really?
I'm not fucking with it.
There was no. I didn't see.
There is. It's like episode 2.
Did I?
Yeah, there's
I don't remember shit.
Yeah, she goes to like pet. Yeah, they like get into the whole pet play thing, which I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, whatever, that's
that.
fine. And then like they get super into the urine part, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
Oh.
No, you fucked it up. You fucked it like they fuck Garbanzo. So
where did that come from?
no one watches Scott. No one watches Scott the Woz but me. He's got like 5 million subscribers, but I'm the only one that ever quotes him.
No, I've heard that before.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he got it from. I just think it's a funny saying.
Really, I would put this in D.
Yeah, oh, no, F. Automatic F for me because of that stupid fucking bullshit that happens in episode 2. But everything else minus that, I would probably be
up to that.
probably would be in B, high or low B. So just that weird shit happens and I'm like, nope, you fucked it. You fucking ruined it.
If you took out that scene, you would put it in B.
I'll probably put it on like low B, yeah.
So, I mean, I say D because it's short. I mean, I get it.
It's Bunny Walker. Like all their shit's short. They just have a lot of episodes of some stuff.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Okay, so you think D?
I think D, just on the story alone. Like most of this stuff, we're ranking on. Story.
Yeah, you know what? I'll change my opinion. I'll move it from a low. I'd put it in a high D, honestly.
So
but
D.
Yeah, D tier.
Okay. So.
Yeah, not very impressive as a story.
Okay. Next one is Ichi no Onechan.
Oh God, where did I put this? I think I put this in. I think I put this in B tier. Oh no, I didn't rate this one because it was technically from the pictures, but I also thought it was a Bunny Walker thing. I'd throw it probably in high B tier. Oh God, the TV's possessed.
I don't know. Hold on. Wait.
No.
Restart it.
There we go.
Yeah, on the story alone, obviously it's the whole Shota version.
I think it's hilarious, honestly.
It is hilarious.
It's so like the guy gets back and like he just has the sluttiest sister in the world versus like the motherly sister, which most people would like groan and roll their eyes. I love when that shit happens. I think it's like, how are these two people living together and they're not at each other's throats like constantly? But like they're like, nope, we're united in our love for our brother. Oh, what's special about him? I don't know. We just think he's our cute little brother, and I'm like, you know what? Fair. I get it. I totally get it. That's fine. Only thing that we did review this episode, and we both pointed out the fact like of it didn't start a trend, but that's where we noticed the trend. Like hentai just like doesn't have transitions for like them moving locations anymore. Like they don't mention anything; they just kind of do it. They go right from the bathroom to the bedroom, and we're like, what happened to like at least a line being like, let's take this elsewhere or something? It just like they just go. Yeah, that was this one where we pointed that out. So that's like where it is docking points because that happens I think like twice. Where they're like, he's like banging the sister in the bathroom, like in episode 2, and then all of a sudden he's asleep on the couch downstairs, and they're both going at him, and I'm like, how did we get here? What happened? He was just passed out in the bathroom.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, it's
now you pointed it out. I was gonna put this in B, but since you pointed that out, the horrible transitions, I would say C.
Do you think C? All right,
yeah.
All right. I'm willing to put it down to C because I don't officially have it on my list. So
okay. Now, would you put that above?
Yeah, I would. I would, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one is Busty Hitazuma.
Busty Hitazuma. Where do I have you at?
I mean, it's Kyonyu, but that translates as Busty.
What can I not find this one? Oh, Kyonyu Dakazoko Simon or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this in D tier. Yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah, wasn't this another...
Yeah, hold on.
It's been a while since
Let me see if I can find the plot synopsis real quick of it.
Have to
Yeah, so this is the one where the guy like learns how to be like a hypnotist or whatever, and then he like takes over the town and like it's weird. It's another mind control one that doesn't really lend itself to anything interesting, to be honest. So.
I mean,
I don't, and then like even go for. I don't think the character designs are really that unique or interesting to look at. Some of the girls are cute, but not wholly memorable or anything. So.
Yeah, I think the only saving grace of this one, if I remember, because of the whole Kyonyu in the title, they were gonna have big breasts.
Oh,
girls.
mass! Everyone just has like G cups in this fucking show. So.
I think that'll be the only saving grace, so I would put this in D.
Yeah, I put it in D. That's about it. There's also a weird complaint that the lighting in some of the scenes, even though it's like supposed to be like, oh, everyone's hypnotized, is like super fucking purple, and it's and it's really fucking distracting. And I'm like, why? So, yeah, I put that somehow below the Chi-chan one. But
which one? Okay, so the next one is Imoto Bitch Ni.
I rewatched this one because I didn't really remember, and I kind of like the premise of it. Like, they meet up, and she's like they pretend not to know each other because they like meet up at basically a swingers party for all intents and purposes. She's super dolled up, makeuped up. Then they end up playing the king game. Shit happens, and they go from there.
And that was pretty much it. I didn't.
And like that, but then after that, they just have like a normal secret relationship as siblings, which isn't really super secret because everyone fucking knows. But
was that episode 2?
That's episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah, not a lot like the interesting stuff happens episode 1.
Yeah.
And then episode 2 happens. I put it in B tier just because like I like that idea of like the King's game, like meeting up and like, oh shit, my fucking sister's here. Like, oh god, I have to pretend like I don't know her. Like, kind of shit. Like, I think that's kind of fun. But yeah, like if you want to put in like C or something, I would not blame you. I would not blame you one bit. So yeah, I think that goes into C tier.
C, okay.
C below the others.
All right. So the next one, Joshua Luck.
Oh yeah, Josie Luck.
S tier.
Oh, that goes into S tier. That's an S tier. I was originally gonna put it in like B tier because I don't think the first 2 episodes are that good, and then like they released like the later half of the show. Holy crap, that show gets much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's easy S tier. The girls are hilarious. They're all likable. They bring notice to the main issue at point is that their like teacher is having sex with all of them, and they're like, well, if he gets found out, he's kind of fucking worthless as a human being, so like he's not gonna survive.
And it's funny because there's 2 series kind of identical to this one. The first one is, coincidentally, they're both volleyball. One's more kind of erotica, hasn't been animated yet. Another one is basically all the volleyball players are big-breasted.
Oh, it's Do You Like Large Women is the manga, and I love it. It is so good. I love that fucking manga so much.
Yeah, this is what it
just a tiny little coach, and then just all these large women that want him. So they haven't resolved the sister subplot, and it's getting annoying. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's funny.
So, but yeah, Josei Luck, 100% S tier. Boom, bada bang.
So next one is K-Lan. I would now.
I shouldn't take the original work into consideration when doing these, which I think is much better, much more interesting. A lot longer. I still threw it into A tier just because I think the premise is fun and cool. Just an adult sex park that you can just get it on. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I like the character designs. They actually, I think, translated very well from the doujin to the animation. So I'm comfortable putting this in A tier.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
And the only reason I'm not putting it into S tier is because there's only 2 episodes, and I don't think they got to some of the more interesting parts of the doujin, to be honest with you. They just kind of did the premise, in the first episode, and then the second episode they're like, let's go to the inn where we can all bang, and I'm like, but no, show me like fucking on rides and like all these other things like designed for this, not like these cabins in the fucking woods that you like just fucking. But yeah, that was kind of boring. I guess the interesting part was that with like they did like the whole quote unquote partner trade, even though they aren't together, they just met up at this park and whatever. But
yeah, in the second episode it was like the idol performers.
Yeah,
was that? So I mean, for sure, this would definitely be S tier.
It would be S tier if they adapted more.
The animal park portion of it.
Oh my god.
What else was there?
I haven't touched it in so long. I don't remember.
Well, I just read it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I don't remember. Don't fucking remember.
Because there was the animal.
Yeah, there's the animal park, which damn disappointed that didn't happen. That would have been so much more.
There was the Shota Femboy restaurant one.
Yep. Not a lot of people like that one. I think it's actually kind of interesting.
There was some where they do some of the rides.
Yep.
Especially like it was the two guys in front had to keep thrusting.
Yep.
To activate the vibrator for the in the back. That was. Hilarious.
I wanted that to get adapted so bad. That's so funny. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that I think we've talked about this before. Like, hey, go read it. It's genuinely kind of fun to read. Like, you don't even have to touch yourself while reading it. It's just like, who the fuck comes up with some of this stuff? And you're just like, oh, okay, sure, why not? Yeah, I could see that being an adult theme park. A for now. If we get more, happy to move it to S. Kind of disappointed at the moment, so it just goes into A.
All right. Next one is Kyutsujuku.
Is that the island one?
No.
Why can't I find
this one is where he has ability.
Oh yeah, Kyutsujuku. Yeah, and it's
somebody with their hand.
Yeah, he has like the power, like the god hand, whatever the fuck he calls it. God, what tier did I fucking put this in? I think I put this into C because it's just a fucking another mind control. Only reason
it wasn't really mind control. It's just I'm gonna move your body.
Yeah, or what? And then they end up liking it. Blah blah blah. It's one of those. Only reason it's in C tier is because I like the design of the teacher and the first girl that he goes off after. I think they have kind of cute designs as far as students or as far as like female characters. It's just another. I'm angry and need to hate fuck people because my daddy doesn't love me and I'm gonna take over the school type of stories. So.
I was going to put this in D.
You're going to put this in D? Okay. Okay. You know what? I could easily see the argument for it going into D, to be 100% honest with you. So,
I mean, if there wasn't the whole...
Character design in hentai goes a long way for me, because I have to look at them. So, if I like the character design, that's worth quite a few points. But yeah, I could see this going into D for the story alone, because there's nothing unique. Bangs the girl in the fucking gym clubhouse or whatever, the storage room or whatever. Boring. Has the two characters end up being a slave. Whatever. I've seen it. And then gets his revenge on the third person with the help of the other two. Never seen that before. Wow. Yeah. So his power is not even unique. They just needed it's mind control without being mind control. So like let's half of six of one, half a dozen of the others. So
next one is another busty Keonu. This time it's Dai Keonu Dice. I kind of shorten it so I know what it is.
Yeah.
So this one is basically he goes after the home association or neighborhood association.
Yeah, and
because this is adapted from a visual novel.
Yep.
Right? Visual novel.
I'm pretty sure it's a visual novel.
Oh, well, a lot of these are. But anyway, so in the beginning he's already banging everybody in his house, stepmom, stepsisters, and his aunt.
Yeah.
On his stepmom's side. And then it just goes right into him going after the neighborhood association because they're making all this loud noises.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, they're doing something indecent over there. We got to put a stop
a stop to that.
And then he comes out with a fucking laser pointing that hypnotizes him and everything like that. I mean, sure, you did kind of lay the groundwork as far as, all right, here's why the association's coming after me. And
I get it. It's just like it just boils down to more mind control, and it's not interesting. I like the character designs again. I think they're kind of cute, but They're not super unique.
I was gonna put this in F, but again, this is a Kyonyu. So
yeah, they're all
big tits
large. Yeah, big tit
saves
ladies.
it. So
I think bottom of D.
I was gonna say put it like.
Or do you think like in between?
Well,
okay.
I don't know.
Oh, that's such. You know what? Like, I'm gonna argue tier lists are harder to make at the bottom because you have to. What's more trash than the other?
Just throw it in there.
Yeah, like what's more trash than the other?
Yeah.
But like, oh fuck. But top tier, it's like, you know what? Sure, why not? That might be better.
Should I make a D plus or something?
No, I think
or a C
minus. I like where we've put it.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Next one is Megami.
S tier.
Really?
S tier, 100%. No other glasses fit. No, all right. So why are you saying A? Why are you saying A?
Yes, I like glasses.
Yeah.
I do have a glass.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's why it's going in S tier. I also like the designs of the two girls. They're very cute.
Yeah. But as far as story goes, I mean, you take away the glasses.
Yeah, then there's just like a guy bangs his. I'm pretty sure it's his sister, and then his girlfriend. So
I was gonna say A.
Let's put it top of A. I'm okay with it being top of A.
Over K-Land?
Oh. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think so.
I mean, yeah, because of the whole 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is Simon.
Simon Saishido. I put this in A. I'm interested where you're going to put that.
You want to go first? Or?
Yeah. So the reason I'm putting it A is because the guy kind of ruins it to some points. His design isn't super. I found it not consistent between episodes, so that's like a little bit weird in terms of like production. I like the whole, your sex counselor like has the final say in your relationships, and the only reason I keep it in A is because again it's also like pseudo mind control, like gimmicky bullshit when they already gave him the excuse of like, hey, you're a sex counselor or whatever the fuck his title is, like you can just tell these people what to do and they kind of have no choice but to follow you because it's the law now. So
now it's been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah, I like it because the blonde student is super famous. You see her around a lot when people like joke about or talk about hentai. I do like the MILFs that get introduced. I think there's like a little sister that get introduced in like episode 6 or something like that. Didn't need that at all. That was super unneeded. So it kind of fluctuates between like S tier because some of the MILFs and the idea is interesting, and then A tier just because again the guy is like super inconsistent in how he looks. And then, like, again, it's super unneeded with the little sister plot point. Like, why? But where you thinking of putting it?
So, again, like, I don't know if he just had this ability and I know he hypnotized a whole.
If I remember correctly, he learns how to do it.
Okay, so he says to the student body and the faculty, say, hey, the government said you need all this training for sexual and
and like you have to follow what I say, basically.
Okay, so it wasn't just the government said, "Hey, that you need."
I would
give him this ability. All right, so
no, it is the laws. Yeah, so due to a law passed by the government, instructions given by the sex instructors are absolute. So that is like the law in this world.
But why the hypnotize? See that?
That's what I don't get to. Like that's entirely pointless.
Because I gotta see the first.
Yeah,
couple
but yeah, the synopsis is additionally, couples have to receive instruction from the instructors before having sex or even kissing.
All right.
So, yeah, the whole mind control portion was just like super unneeded.
Come on. Oh, fuck off. Forgot I have blockers on right now. That's stupid. So because of that, it's kind of nice to see hypnosis go out to the whole school instead of a select few.
Yeah, instead of just like these girls that wronged me.
Yeah, like that.
So,
and however, I mean, it's pretty long, or pretty decent long.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes, so we get a lot.
See, I was gonna put this in at least B plus.
Like a high B. Okay.
High B.
I could see it being high B.
Or, A minus. But again, it's one of those hypnosis things.
Yeah, the hypnosis like ruins it. Like at times, it's super unnecessary to even mention it. Like you already have like this. Like unless he's like fooling. I can't remember because I haven't watched it in a hot minute. But I can't remember if he's hypnotizing people to be like, I am the sex instructor at the school. Like maybe that's where the hypnotism comes in. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I have to watch that.
I would have to rewatch like the first episode or so, but
yeah. What is? Yeah. So.
Yeah, actually, no. Talking about it, yeah, let's put it in B tier.
B.
Yeah, let's put it in B tier.
Okay.
Because it runs into that school issue that I always fucking complain about, where they're like, your performance is tied to sex. How? How is it created?
Hey, here you go. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why.
And that's why I hate when, like, as soon as they're like, oh, it's the law, like, you have to find a sex instructor to, like, do anything in a relationship. Like, why? How do you monitor that? Like, what is the implication? What if I don't? What if I bang some... God! I get so angry with these rules in world building. I'm passionate about world building, and I need it to be better.
All right.
Anyway.
Next one is Subiki Elf. So... I think it translated to Search for Lewd Elves.
Yeah, the Search for Lewd Elves. It's kind of a pseudo spin-off of the Village of Lewd Elves. I think I put this one into C tier. Hold on, I have to find it. Where the fuck? Or did I put it? Was I really harsh on this? Did I put it in D? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, Subiki Elves. Yeah, I put that into C tier, just because. There's nothing really interesting about it. It's guy finds horny elves in the woods, guy bangs horny elves in the woods, and that's it. And they're both blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
And then they bang. And then they bang the mom. That's not that interesting. There's kind of a funny part where she's like, "You can't." Like the older sister's like, "You can't just like sleep with a human and fuck him." Then she's just like, "Oh, you're right. That was kind of dumb. Do you want to do it?" Like that was kind of funny. Like I enjoyed that. But yeah, there not a whole lot to this one, if I'm being 100% honest.
Because I only watched the first episode, and then
they bang more in the second episode, and then the mom gets involved.
Yeah.
And then it's that typical, like, I need to make sure you're right for my daughters type thing. And I'm like, why does everyone say that? I'm so sick of that line in hentai. It's really stupid. Stop saying it. So
that's pretty generous.
Only reason I put it into C is because the animation's nice. I do think the character designs are cute.
Well, that's why it's just all bunny walkers.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, honestly, if you like, what are you thinking? I'm kind of willing to throw it into fucking F tier.
Yeah,
honestly, honestly, I really am.
Yeah,
like I'm being super generous on my shit.
Yeah,
like, so yeah, I'm throwing it into F. I'm sorry, elf lovers. There's a much better elf one that we'll get to eventually.
Well, it's pretty much next. So this one is Subiki Elf Village.
S plus tier. S plus tier. Honestly, top of S right now. I fucking love this goddamn fucking show. You got it all. You got the dark-skinned elves. You got 2 dark-skinned elves. You got... Well, she's more tan than... whatever. Point being. She's blonde still, but whatever. She's also technically a cat girl elf for some fucking reason. No, that's never
Which only happened once.
That's never explained. But it's kind of explained because she also has powers where she can just use her magic to like wear whatever she wants or whatever the fuck the situation is.
Yeah.
The village chief, she's fucking hilarious. I love her. She's adorable and small. The dark elf that she saves, super cute. The only one that's like kind of boring is the like mage on the dark elf side. Doesn't really do a whole lot. They talk her up as like this epic spellcaster, and then she just doesn't care at the final, like the conflict in episode 2. She just bangs him, and it's like, I thought that was going to amount to something. I thought there was going to be a little bit of drama here. Nope. She just fucks. you know, the village chief can like turn into a thick lady. That's a logical thing that that wizards need to do apparently. Yeah, no, I super fucking love this one so much. I love it. It's right up there with Menkitsu Happening in terms of stuff that I always go to. So yeah, top of S tier.
So next one is Yura. Urajima.
Oh, where the fuck did I put this one?
I don't know if it's the first part or second part. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Where the fuck did I put this one?
Based on the story where it's a shipwreck, class.
Oh yeah, this one. Oh
and,
god.
The first part is first set of girls.
So
and the second part's the other set of girls.
I did put this into B tier only because it's kind of interesting and that it's like all kind of a plot from the main like scientist lady.
Yeah.
But then like the tables get turned on her, which I don't think we're ever really explained how. I think he turns the table on her and she's just like, "Oh no, what happened?" And he's just like, "I used your thing." And she's like, "How? Like that doesn't make any sense. You don't know where this lab was." He's like, "I just knew." And I'm like, that's kind of weak sauce. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I had it in C just because, like, I had it in C just because it was kind of interesting. Yeah, on retrospect, it's just kind of we're shipwrecked and then man fucks women because of science. So
yeah, science.
Yeah, bitch, science. Yeah, I'm okay with that being in D. I don't think it. Maybe over one. Yeah. I think we'll throw it there. We could.
Oh no.
You know what? Bottom of D. I don't care.
Oh no.
You know, bottom of D. Bottom of D.
Next one is I shorten this. It's anyway.
Yeah. It's Anawa Yanmama Junyuchu.
So this is where
older sister, like it's either the
divorced.
brother visits the sister or like she lives with them now because of like her ex-husband or husband or whatever.
Yeah, she got divorced and she moves back home.
Yeah, moves back home. They bang. I kind of like the idea because like they're not step sisters or step siblings in this one. Like they're just full blood. So like that's kind of a fun refresher. I like the onsen sex scenes; those are nice. Story wise,
yeah, it doesn't really stick out.
D, I guess. I don't know.
It's not rememberable.
I don't know why. I don't know why a lot of people love this one. I honestly don't.
Really?
It's fine. I can't even put it in like C tier.
Boy, we are harsh. There's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Maybe middle of D. Middle of D. Do you think? I can't put it in the F.
Another one? It's like who the fuck knows?
Maybe who cares or something. Maybe we need an E tier. Maybe we need E tier. We can move some of the D to E. And then
let's see. Another one.
Yeah, let's do an E tier or like a D minus or something. I don't know. We need another one for this.
E.
Yeah.
Or should we just label it something else?
What would we label it? Like no strong opinion, I guess. Yeah.
NA.
Yeah, NA. Yeah, not applicable. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. It really is. NA. Yeah, I'll put this in the NA tier. Like,
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Next one is class. Oh wait, no. Byonyu. Again, I shortened this. It's.
Where do I have that one?
It's the story of a classmate girl just lactates and she needs
Yeah, I did this.
Baby.
Only reason I put that in B is because it's kind of funny. Is that she's just like the story is that she's like cursed to just lactate all the time, and then one of her classmates find out, and then so they bang, and it helps her, and blah blah blah. And then another girl gets involved for no real reason outside of
I don't.
She kind of likes the guy, and I think the girl. I guess I don't know. I threw it into. Excuse me.
Really, B tier, huh?
Did I put it in B?
Is that what you said?
Maybe I thought I said C. Maybe I think I was being really generous when I made it.
Okay.
I'm kind of okay with it being in like
C.
C. Yeah.
C.
It's not bad. Like I said, like the thing that saves it is just the idea that this poor girl has just been cursed to have giant tits her entire life, and she has to lactate. Like that kind of sucks. So, I also like a lot of the sex scenes in it. They're pretty good. So.
Okay. Yeah. Next one is Class de Otoro.
I'm
B.
I'm gonna say B. I think it has potential.
It does. I wish there was another
I wish
episode.
there was more.
I think there was more chapters to it.
There is more chapters. I don't know if it's been translated, but I'm pretty sure it's in Japanese right now. It left me wanting more, which doesn't happen for hentai a lot. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. It might just turn out to be a generic school one, but I kind of like the whole, hey, let's bully him, but actually we kind of like him because he's a nice guy, and that's why we pick on him all the fucking time. It's always nice to see sex happen in the school nurse's room. That's never a bad setting. Also, like, where's the nurse? There's never a nurse around. Why do you have a school nurse office if there's never a nurse around? So, yeah, I'm tentatively putting that in B tier. We will see what happens.
Maybe it'll clear up. Next one is Jare. It's once again another hypnosis, only this time a better hypnosis we've seen.
Oh yeah, nope. I fucking threw that into F tier.
Really?
I was up. Okay, so I shouldn't feel bad for a character in hentai, right? Like I shouldn't genuinely feel like sad that the situation's happening. But like I was into this series up until the last episode. And then the last episode happens, and I'm like, come on. Like, we didn't need to go this hardcore into, like, making this woman cry and feeling this fucking defeated and depressed. So,
really?
If it didn't have that last episode, I would probably throw it into top of A. Because of that last episode, killed the boner, killed everything. Couldn't do it. That was one of those hentai memes where I looked myself in the mirror, and I was just like, no.
Well, I mean, okay,
But outside of that, so like again, that's just me.
I mean,
that's just me. In terms of story, I like the idea of like this reverse hypnotism. Like, please bully me, ladies. Like, that's the last thing I would want. Yeah. This is humiliating. Like, oh no, no one wants like 3 gorgeous women to be all up on their dick. That's the worst, especially if I'm not dating any of you. That's fucking hilarious. I love that premise. So like again, based on like that alone, probably throw it into A. The last episode, though, my morals put me into keeping it into F tier.
You would drop this all the way to F?
100%. 100%.
So you're telling me you would put Redo of Healer in F tier?
I'll put Redo of Healer in B tier.
But it's the same premise.
No, it's not. It's not.
How is that?
Because I genuinely feel bad for that man. That man can do whatever the fuck he wants to people, and he can get away with murder.
How is that?
This guy is just a fucking school nerd who just like, okay, whatever, I'm going to hypnotize them. And then ruins this lady's life because she's, like, conscious of it. That's the difference. Redo of Healer, they're not conscious of it.
Okay. No, I mean...
Except the Demon Lord lady, but that's whatever.
Well, no, because Redo of Healer, aside from getting, raped, like... by both male and female.
Yeah.
He's getting bullied and
his life sucks.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, then we take that to a high school level. And he's getting bullied by 3 girls. Oh, I'm going to get revenge on you by having you sleep with me. And then all of a sudden he turns it off. Say, hey,
yeah, but
all that knowledge.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do that. But okay, but now we're arguing, would the character in Redo of Healer do that? And he probably wouldn't, is the thing.
Well, no, because in Redo of Healer, he erased
everyone's fucking
just like in this one in the last episode. So it's almost pretty much the same.
All right, fine. We'll throw it in a B tier using that argument.
So we'll split the difference.
We'll split the difference. We'll put it into B tier. Top of B tier if you so are inclined.
This fucking TV, and it can't keep up.
No, that TV. I knew what we're like broadcasting like a thing.
I know.
So like just going out. So I'm looking over like trying to look at the tier list. I have everything written down from like pictures for my own stuff, but
okay.
It's just like as soon as we move a tier list, it's just like craps out and goes into Matrix code, and it's like, oh god, the machines are taking over.
Next one is the Imazuma Minchi. Again,
S tier.
S tier.
Yep.
Really?
Imazumi, 100%. Love it.
Sure.
Love it.
I only seen the first episode, so because I know you've seen this.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've read it. I'm also reading the manga. That's like the PG version, like what happens in between everything, which I thought I would hate. Very cute, very very sweet in some instances. Doesn't really explain why they all want to sleep with him outside of him nice. That's about it. But you're learning a lot about the girls. The girls are all very cute and charming and everything like that. I throw this in S tier easily. I like the story of they all just kind of start showing up to his house one day because they all kind of had like a little clique meeting of like, he's nice to us, like how should we pay him back? And they're like, well, what can three gorgeous girls do to pay back a lonely So like that's kind of the fun part.
I think I've seen the JV of this, but I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of another one that's similar to this.
There might it's not an uncommon trope. The only reason I'm putting it S tier is because of the episodes that came out with the sister. And then we shouldn't do other material with it, otherwise the fucking sex land would be an S tier. But I do think that the other material with it is strong enough to carry it. So,
all right. Which one? The next one is Jashin Shokan.
What's this one?
This was where I believe he was lost in a snowstorm or whatever. He comes to a mansion and he's teaching the mistress daughter, and then
So I put this into D tier for only for one reason, and that they don't do anything with the maid character.
No, they do.
Not really.
Wait, what do you mean by don't do anything?
Hold on, so I have to, because they tie her up and do stuff, but it's kind of promised that she would be more involved in stuff, and she's really not. That's 100% the one. I know he sleeps with her, but
okay.
I'm not saying he doesn't sleep with her. I'm saying this could have been much better, and it's just not. It's fine. I still have this in D tier.
D.
Yeah. I do like how he gets into the situation is just he loves hostess bars and shit, and he just dumps all his money into dumb bullshit.
Oh yeah.
That's why he's in this situation is because debt collectors are after him, and then he just happens to get to a situation where there's more beautiful women for him to interact with. So.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean it does get interesting towards the end because it adds a supernatural element, like 30 seconds after it end, because
which was weird, by the way.
It was the dad or the husband's spirit was
is
something.
Yeah, he's either influencing the girls to be involved with him, or it's not really implied very well what the fuck's happening. No. It's just it cuts away, there's a line, and then it fades, and you're just excuse what? Does that mean something? I don't.
And
I'll see if I can skim through and find it real quick. But
the whole story was oh my god, the madam is so fucking gorgeous. I got to sleep with her, and I'm banging the maid and the daughter, trying to figure out how am I gonna bang the not the wife, the missus.
Yeah.
Mistress.
Yeah, that's all of a sudden people are they're talking about just sacrifices and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden tentacles are involved, and you're just what?
So, if there was a third episode, or at least something in the first two explaining the whole supernatural element, it would have been a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, I would put this in D.
Yeah, I'm happy putting this in D. Again, I'm super big fan that the guy just happened to come across this bullshit because he's on the run from Gnosis Club debt, but whatever.
Next one is Busty Elf Hypnosis. I'll say this A.
A, you think?
A.
Okay.
Just, you have elves, you have big tits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's B because it's the hypnosis thing again. It just boils down to hypnosis. So.
Yeah. So
I think bottom of B.
Bottom of B.
Yeah.
Really, because I would definitely put it above Class.
Okay. Yeah, we can put it above Class. Yeah, Class only does have the one episode, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it stays there. Okay. Let's keep it that one.
Next one is Kyonyu on a.
Yeah, Kyonyu Ona Senshi Dogiza, blah, blah, blah. I swear to God, I liked this a lot more than what I did, and then I rewatched it to, like, refresh my memory. Yeah, it's just kind of okay. Like, the setting's interesting, but, like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, powerful women, blah, blah, blah. Like,
now, if you want to see an actual better version of this, I would read Reincarnation Coliseum.
Oh, infinitely better.
That's what kind of this is.
It kind of is,
Except for they have sex actually inside the Coliseum at the time instead of beating the person and having sex off screen. Or away from prying eyes, I just say.
Yeah, and also this one just boils down to more mind control. Like, it's not interesting.
So, yeah.
I like the setting. I like the idea of the world. It's not enough to carry anything outside of that.
So, I mean, if we take out the hypnosis,
then I think it's a B, just because I think the world's interesting and I kind of want to see more of it.
Oh, see, I was going to put it in B
because
of the whole world building and storyline.
Okay, so if we get rid of hypnosis, okay, we can put it in B.
B.
Yeah, we can put it in B then. Above Class for sure.
Okay. Once again, Kyonyu Princess. Instead of elves, it's the princess. So
this one was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like, they introduced, like, the idea of, like, this succubus character from another realm, like another kingdom. Is like, your king and queen have wronged my people and realm, blah, blah, blah. Let's give you the power to get revenge on them because you don't like them either. And then the sex happens, and that's it.
Oh, no, yeah. This was where he accidentally stumbles on the princess and taking a bath. He gets dumped in a cave where...
Yeah.
Or was that the elf?
No, that's this one.
This one?
Yeah. And then, like, the succubus comes back and he bangs the succubus and she's like, "You're doing great. Like, keep ruining their kingdom." And he's like, "I kind of forgot what my objective was, but okay." And there's, like, a weird scene where, like, which I guess, like, I give it props because it is unique, where, like, the king's dying in bed from, like, old age. And, like, he's just, like, banging the wife in front of him. And I'm like, this is 100% this one.
Was it?
Yeah, it's like the first episode.
I don't remember that.
Or it's like the first or second episode. Yeah, he's like just there hypnotized, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck your wife," and she's like, "No, don't do." Okay, yeah, it's fine. Maybe like he kind of whatever.
Huh? I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, it's like fine. Some of like the scenes, and like then there's like the Almighty Queen gets fucked on the balcony in front of all her subjects, which is fine. Like I don't know. I threw it into like C just because. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for especially Princess and the Elf one, it's very fucking.
That one's incredibly generic.
I mean, it's
this one, at least there's unique sex scenes, like I said, where they're fucking the wife in front of the dying king. Like that's interesting.
Now I think about it, because it's Kyonyu Elf Princess and Kyonyu just Princess is exactly mirrored. They're just one's an elf.
Yeah, one's an elf, and there's no fucking in front of a dying husband, and
right.
the other is, so.
I would put this in C, and I'm just gonna move this one back into C because it's
it's like the exact same thing.
Only one's an elf.
Yeah, one's an elf. So if you're super into elves, you can put it into B, I guess, in your own tier list. But elves only get so far in my book.
Next one is Succubus on Darrell.
S tier.
Really?
S tier. S tier. I'll negotiate for A, but I'm not putting it any lower.
Oh, I was gonna put this in B.
What? What?
I mean, he's sure his mom's a succubus.
Yeah, and that's the fucking hilarious part about it. That's the
here.
great. That's the great part about it. And then he finds out she's the succubus, and then continues to bang her and love her, as only a son can.
I mean, sure.
Okay, you cannot get rid of the comedic moments of her being like, "Well, we're done here, gotta go," and he's just like, "Wait."
Like, you look like
you kind of look like my mom, and she's like, "I've never heard of your mother named this in my life."
Yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, sure, there's...
I love that. It's so good.
Sure, you have the comedic thing and everything like that. Yeah, I would put this high B.
I'll negotiate for A. I'm not going lower than A. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, man.
I will settle for middle of A. How about middle of A? Oh, wait. Because the park it's missing the good, really, really good stuff, I feel like, in park. All right, fine. Bottom of A. I'll yield. I'll yield on this. Oh, I just saw the pain in Jared's eyes doing that.
Last one is Yoma Shokukan. I don't know if that's an O or a U.
Yeah, Yama Shokan e Yokoso. So there's two ways to kind of look at this. One, if we're rating it based on plot, setting, and idea, I think A. If we're rating it based on as a whole package with like the sex scenes included and some of the weird shit that gets involved for no fucking reason, probably looking at D.
Well, okay. I mean, I know you have.
Yeah, I don't like docking is what I don't like. I don't like watching that shit. I also don't like watching fucking wolf girls get balls shoved in their ass and then fucked and then it come out. I'm not into that shit. I'm sorry. I'm okay with the twin succubuses sharing the same feelings. I'm okay with whatever the other second one that happens in episode 1 is because I can't fucking remember. Not okay with docking.
So, I mean, yeah.
I like the idea of the world, though. It's like this otherworldly brothel that you can go to, and there's all these other things that you can get involved in. That's cool. That's fine. I like that. I think it's A based off of that. If I include the weird shit that happens, it drops down to like D. So.
Oh, now you're just being biased. In a sense. I mean, I guess we are. This is a bias.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's already it's already a biased situation. So
forget that last statement. But yes, we're seeing different. This is a interspecies review or something.
Like I said, I like the idea of like this otherworldly brothel that if like you're a sleeper. I can't remember how they get to it. I think you have to be like a sleeper, like get a ticket or some bullshit.
Well, I don't know. It just starts off
because in the game that's basically how it, or like the visual novel, that's how it is like you're asleep and then you like show up to the brothel because you're like thinking about it or like you got a ticket or some shit like that. So like that's interesting. That's cool.
But I mean, if we didn't see or play the visual novel,
it's kind of hard because it's like not a full visual novel in that one. Yeah, go through the visual novel, experience the visual novel.
Because if you didn't do that, you just hit play. It just boom. Here's the hostess. Who do you want to see?
Yeah, like what are you into? And they have something for everyone basically.
So as soon as you hit play, you watch this. You go into it goes right into. You chose your, courtesan.
Yeah, you chose the twin succubuses that share feelings or whatever. Cool, awesome, super happy for you.
The next one, I don't remember who it was. is.
The next one is like a elf lady, or no, a fox spirit that has like a shit ton of piercings. Fine with that. That's actually, she's pretty fucking hot. Like, I like that one a lot. And then episode 2, you get into the dog girl who just gets a bunch of shit shoved in her ass, and then it all comes out, which that's the main issue, right there. And then the last one is, after reviewing it, is you get the Fuda girl that he docks with, which not okay with, and then you get a really kind of cool threesome with the fox spirit and then the Fuda chick, and then he splits it between the two. They basically share the fox chick, so that's super cool. But yeah, there's just some weird bullshit that happens in this one that I'm just not kosher with.
Yeah, so world building, yeah.
Again, yeah, world building, I think it's A. 100%. It's very interesting. I like this otherworldly brothel idea where you can just find your fetish and there's some interspecies or demi-human or whatever the fuck you want to call them that's like not only like compatible with it but is gung-ho to go and do whatever the fuck you want. Like they're ecstatic as can be that you picked them. Like, you know, what other fucking dude wants to dock with a Fuda chick? Not me, but to each their own. I'm not judging people for having that fetish. It's just not something I wanted to see when I fired up episode 2. That's all. So again, if we're only basing this kind of like the rest on like story and like world building and plot, I'm happy to throw it into A. If it's a whole package, I'm putting it into D.
That's a big drop.
That's a huge drop because I don't like that shit. I don't want shit coming out of people's ass that are like billiard ball size.
So okay, you're not into docking or insertion.
No.
Like, okay. I was gonna put this in B.
We can put it into B. That's fine.
Okay.
We can put it into B. Like I said, I think the world.
There's
I
not
think.
much story there,
I think
so
the world.
that's why
Yeah.
it drops down.
Yeah. I think the world building and the idea and the premise is strong enough that it deserves at least, for sure C. And then some of the scenes that I'm okay with are really good, and that brings it up to like B. So I'm okay with putting it into B. Just my personal tier list, I have it at D. So.
All right.
I feel like we're missing some on your list compared to mine.
Well, some of these I haven't seen.
That you haven't seen? Okay.
Well, all of these are pretty much seen except for this one here.
Yeah, the House Together one. Okay.
I only seen
So that's fair. Yeah, I just threw everything on the list that I know I've seen, and like I said, I've apparently seen way too many of these fucking things. So.
Because I'm pretty sure you have some loon pictures on your list, right?
I do not.
Really?
I do not. Yeah.
Because
I went the route of being safe and only putting Bunny Walker. So.
Did we do? Yeah, because
there is on your list. I think there's one loon, but a lot of people I think considered Bunny Walker anyway, which is the slutty sister and the motherly sister one, whatever the fuck that one's called.
Okay. Because I don't have Mitsuri do Sokobe. I didn't put that one. I haven't seen that one.
Yep. Oh, you haven't seen it? You'd like it. It's really good. I have that in A tier of mine.
I haven't seen Sorodemo Suma.
I have that in D tier.
No. I haven't seen Daisuke Nahaha.
Daisuke Nahaha. I think I was pretty generous on that one. I think I put that into C tier.
C. Haven't seen Suma ga Kira Nata Wake.
Sumiga Kimita Watanake. Is that in D tier? Yeah, I have that in D tier.
Let's see. What else? Seen that. We just did that one. Did that one. Haven't seen Aku no Ono Kambu. Full Moon Night R. Haven't seen that one.
I have it in B. I like it.
I think I have it on my watch list.
Yeah.
My watch later.
Yeah.
List.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty decent.
Now I don't remember. I could have swore I've seen the first episode of J.K. Fuzuku. Basically.
Is that the one where he sleeps with all like the gals, or no, the school that's like
the school festival's going on, and
all the ladies are getting it on and shit. I think I have
ticket.
I think I have that in I have that in C tier just because I like the idea, but it's just like once you get down to it, it's just gals fucking. So
I haven't seen the Mako-chan of Nikki of that one.
Mako-chan of Nikki. I think I have that in D. No, I think I have that in C tier.
And then
I have that in C tier.
And then I think the best one out of the three is Chizuru-chan, Nikki, because that's the 6th episode.
Yeah, the fucking really long one. The only reason I have that one as low as I do, I think I have that in C, is because like some of the episodes just fucking drag.
This one, I'm pretty sure I would have put this in S. Is the Sekai Joken Kyonu Oji-san, where he gets hired by an academy to sleep with like a bunch of the girls, and he has.
Is that Bunny Walker?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like
apparently it is.
I've read it. It was pretty good, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I don't know. It might be S. I don't know.
Let's see. I haven't seen Lena Chu was Samin app. So hypnosis app.
It's just another hypnosis one.
Yeah. I haven't seen Boku no. Wait, did we do this one? No. So I haven't seen Boku ni Sufuga Dakiri Ryu.
Hold on. What's Boku ni? Oh, that one. Oh, God. Where did I put that at? Because I don't care much for the first part, but I love the fucking last 4 episodes because it's like a separate thing. I have that in B tier.
B tier.
Yeah.
Once again, another. This time it's Maku-chan, Kai Nikki. Damn, that one's 6 episodes long.
Yeah.
Did Class, Bonu did that one.
I think the only other one that you're kind of missing is Uchi no Ototo Majide.
But yeah, those are the ones I haven't seen.
Yeah, I put that.
Bloody Walker.
I put the Uchi no one into S tier. That's a lot of fun. So
yeah, this is our. Probably have to update this later until I see it.
yeah, as Jared sees more.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is our Bunny Walker part 1 of Tiermaker. Lot in the beginning.
They've done way more mind control than I remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's weird.
They've done way more than I remember. And not as many gals as I remember, which is like weird. I thought that was like their thing for a while.
Really?
I was like, we're going to make all the gal hentai. Yeah, it's not as many as I thought.
So, I mean, in the beginning, we stuffed a lot of stuff in D. And then
I mean, also, let's keep in mind, like, even Bunny Walker's D tier is, like, most companies, like, A, to be honest with you.
So, it would be quite hilarious how we'll do, if we do this again.
God, if we do, like, fucking
Queen Bee.
So Queen Bee, we would 100% have to do based off of like the scenarios and the plot.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because everyone knows it's like it's just watching a fucking PowerPoint presentation. So
yeah,
which would be kind of fun because Queen Bee does have a lot of those stories where you're like, damn, that's kind of fucking hot.
Yeah.
But maybe hopefully we do this again in the future for some other stuff. I don't think we'll ever do Pink Pineapple because we'll be 50. Oh. We'll be 50 by the time we're done with that. Even if I take like 8 weekends off.
Yeah.
There's so much of that.
We would have to do that by year.
Yeah. We have to go like, yeah, Bunny Walker like 2000, Bunny Walker 2001. And even then, that's going to be like 2-hour discussion per.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bunny Walker's done a fucking lot. So,
I mean, I kind of messed around last time. Because I have 2 lists that I just wanted to see if it would just pop up.
yeah.
Hold on. See if it goes click on that one. I just did hentai by plot. These ones, once it comes up. Yeah. So.
Okay. Your dog has ate like 80 grams of his own hair in like the 5 minutes that I've been watching him, and it's very impressive.
He does this all the fucking time.
I know. And he doesn't learn. He never learns.
No.
God, I love you, but you're dumb.
So, yeah. I just wanted to see if they would pop up, and it hasn't been taken down because apparently for Tiermaker, you're not supposed to put pornography.
Yeah, they really don't want X-rated images. So I think most of the thumbnails that we have are safe-ish. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, so
we'll see. But worst case scenario, we'll take a screenshot or like we'll write it out in like a text post or something, put that somewhere, and then that'll be that. So
yeah, that's our tier maker. Hopefully next time we'll have more to go on next episode. I don't know when you want to try. You want to do a live show?
We might be able to do another live show, not too distant future. So
okay. All right, but that's that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the state fair if you live here in Minnesota.
Yeah, State Fair, Renfest, all that good jazz.
I still haven't gone to a Renfest festival.
That's okay.
I need to go, but it's all the way up.
It's even harder this year because they got in trouble last year for the parking because so much roads were under construction. So things were backed up for like 8 miles. So they're doing parking differently this year.
Where is it? Chanhassen, right?
Chanhassen, yeah.
Oh, God. I hate going out there. But that's
there's not a whole lot in Chanhassen.
Except for...
See? You don't even remember.
It's the fucking casino.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't give a fuck about the casino.
I don't either. But I don't know if they have cards games or not. But anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's our time. Hopefully you guys will check us out once again later down the road.
Yeah, feel free to yell at us for the tier list or whatever, because I know tier lists breed plenty of discussion.
Yeah, so...
I mean, your opinions are going to be wrong, but...
But we'll take it under consideration. But you know
I recognize the council has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
Where was that from?
Avengers.
Okay. It's been a while. But till then, signing off.
Signing off.